you pretty much know at this point, if Alyssa Mercante is defending something, that it's the wrong side to be on. She is just completely unhinged about everything that gamers love. She completely has the worst takes. And I honestly, I am cynical enough at this point to think it's intentional. I think getting attention gets her extra Twitter followers or whatnot. Maybe she's planning on opening an OnlyFans again, trying to get that going once the Kotaku grift fails. But that seems to be the strategy, because otherwise, these takes are so absurd. There's really no other reason for it. But when you have absurd takes, you can get attention, I guess, and that's what's happening here. Now she's playing dumb, and she's blaming Mark Kern, our good friend Grums, after she described Japanese people as racist for calling out Assassin's Creed Shadows. Now, if you followed along our Assassin's Creed Shadows coverage on the channel over the last few months, you know that it's just been one drain down the toilet of DEI infestation from Ubisoft. It has wrecked the company. Their share value's down 20% last time we looked. They are in dire straits, making apologies online to the Japanese because they know they've insulted a large amount of people. There's a petition to cancel the game in Japan of nearly 100,000 people, and yet they're still out there just being like, oh, we have a great black and gay samurai for you to play some LGBTQ relationships. Huh? I thought this was a game about, silently sneaking up on people and killing them, but hey, no longer. This is what happens when you get infested by the woke, and then the woke go to town in the mainstream media outlets like Kotaku to defend things. This is what we have today. All right, everybody, please hit the like and subscribe button. Join us here as we discuss the important topics in culture. I really appreciate you guys for being there. And do hit the bell because a lot of people don't get the notifications sometimes. I don't know what happens, some hijinks. But I also make my own content. I am a comic book creator, and I have this great book, The Hidden Emperor. It's a science fiction graphic novel on Kickstarter right now. As you can see, we've already had a tremendous success just in the first few days of the campaign, and we're trying to hit that 20,000 mark. I guess we're trying to hit the 18,000 mark first. But at 20,000, I am announcing a mystery guest writer who's bringing a short story to this project, who is awesome in the gaming community, who's a big-name writer who you're going to be thrilled about joining our team. So let's get us there. Please share this out. Word of mouth is everything. And also, please back the campaign. You're going to love this book. It is a follow-up to my 2022 Overmind, which so many people loved. We sold over 1,000 copies of that last time, and I hope you'll enjoy this. All right, thanks so much for being here. Okay, so Kotaku's senior editor, Alyssa Mercante, played dumb, as she usually does, and put the blame on Mark Kern Grums after she described Japanese people as racist for calling out Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed Shadows. She initially reacted to the statement from Ubisoft, which we covered the other day, addressing the backlash the company has been receiving for its Assassin's Creed Shadows game. The company received significant backlash on social media, YouTube, and in a change.org petition. It's now over 96,000 signatures. I told you it was going to get to 100 very soon. It accuses Ubisoft of assaulting Japanese culture and history, and calls the company to immediately discontinue the launch of Assassin's Creed Shadows and show sincere research and respect for Japanese history and culture. I really think that's Ubisoft's only path forward at this juncture. They have to announce that they're going to keep the game away for maybe a year, redo all the storytelling, get rid of the black samurai, put a real samurai in there, and just apologize as they fix the cultural inaccuracies and turn this into a game that actually does honor to the culture. It's pretty simple to do. I think they'd have some short-term egg on their face, but they would show that they're actually moving forward in a correct direction. We know they won't do that though, because there's one cardinal rule about SJWs: they always double down. And so we're going to see more half apologies. We're going to see them call everybody racist. We're going to see them keep going forward with this game and probably actually make even more DEI content for the next couple Assassin's Creed games until finally these people are purged from the company because they're losing so much money. That's going to be my actual prediction for things. But that's how things should be going. So when you get down into the Alyssa Mercante stuff after we talk about the Japanese issues with the game and the Ubisoft's defense of it, which we've already covered in other videos. You guys can go look at those. This is what she responded, and this is how she always does things. It's always going to be a way to get herself attention in the stupidest way possible. We know over the past few months, if you don't know who Alyssa Mercante is, She works for Kotaku. She writes for them. She actually defended Sweet Baby Inc. right away and called all of the people who were calling out the DEI crap they were putting into the Rocksteady game, Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and others, harassers and racist bigots. This is her go-to. And she got a bunch of flack for that because, of course, when they were all complaining, saying that the Sweet Baby Inc. detected Steam list, somehow just for noticing that the studio is involved with these games and just ruining these games, the list is somehow, quote, harassment when they worked on the games. I mean, it's pretty obvious at that point, hey, if they didn't want you to know they're working on the games and they're actually doing this kind of stuff that's supposed to be, quote, for everybody's good, they obviously know it's not for everybody's good if they want to hide it, right? And that's the one thing that she just got savaged on. She's gone on a complete meltdown since then, of course, just going crazier and crazier across the internet as she I don't even know what she's thinking. At one point, she went to a convention and told everybody that she wanted to fight gamers, like physically fist fight, who were attempting to, I guess, be on the opposite side of her. Vera Dark, a wonderful YouTuber and good friend of the channel, actually took her up on that, and then she backed down because she's a big internet, keyboard warrior like usual. And then, oddly, on 4th of July, she started DMing Vera Dark, commenting weird stuff to her and threatening her. And that's not the first time she's done that either. There's another YouTuber who's wonderful, Smash JT, where Alyssa Mercante actually stalked him and went to Facebook to start messaging his wife, trying to get him to divorce her, or her to divorce him. Maybe because she has a crush on Smash JT. I don't know. That's my theory at the very least. He is a good-looking guy, so it makes sense. So this is what she says about the Assassin's Creed apology to Japanese, because they know they're in trouble when they made this. This made things worse, but they know it. Her take is, maybe just say, your racist response to a video game is indicative of moral decay. Get bent instead of this. And this is part of why you never try to appease SJWs or the woke like Alyssa Mercante. She is not happy with the Assassin's Creed response. They know they did wrong. They're trying to do damage control over that. But she's like, well, why did you admit you did wrong to these racists? You're just giving these racists fodder. And now she's mad at them. So you never can be woke enough for the Inquisition. You never can do anything to appease them. They just want more and more and more. And then they don't actually help you fund anything because they're all broke weirdos. That's why I have a better audience than they do who actually reads comics. It's great. But you just kill your company. They just don't have the funds. They are all in this like cycle of broke, angry people. And they want everybody to be brought down with them. That is their entire agenda. So she's calling everybody racist, which is funny because this is literally a letter to the Japanese community. And the Japanese community that's outraged about the treatment of their own culture. It's called cultural appropriation, Alyssa. Check your white privilege, why don't you? And she's calling it a racist response in Japan to what's going on. Wow. It's so crazy when you do this, that she's attacking Asians and Asian culture. I clearly disavow this kind of thing. Stop Asian hate, everybody. And that's her take here. She doesn't realize how bad it looks. I mean, she really thinks this is some kind of like good response. From there, she published an article on Kotaku with a headline that says, "This was never about anything other than hate." Absolutely crazy. She declares in the article, a fledgling but ferociously loud group of gamers will tell you Assassin's Creed Shadow's backlash is about respecting Japanese culture or refusing to accept woke ideologies that are being forced into their games by consulting groups who hold no real power. Well, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Thank you, Alyssa. But in 2014, with the first full-throated iteration of Gamergate, it was never about anything other than hate. Well, you can tell how much she hates gamers, and she hates the Japanese. She hates Grums. She hates anybody who runs counter to her weird politics, and that's what this is all about. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. So she says the responses to Ubisoft's post were exactly what you'd expect. Racist images, slurs, call for historical accuracy in a video game series that has always been steeped in science fiction. This has nothing to do with science fiction. This has everything to do with... Support science fiction, Alyssa. Get my book. Thank you. An unpublished community note reads Assassin's Creed N-word Squire. Wow. Oh my gosh. Jokes are bad. She continues, the reactionary right-wing movement engagement that has reared its ugly head yet again is no different, and it's happening right now for a reason. Socio-cultural issues are reaching a fever pitch in election year, just like 10 years ago. Political ire is bleeding into popular culture. This is literally you. You are projecting. You are about the fever pitch of socio-political issues. You are the political ire bleeding into pop culture. This is your entire grift, Alyssa Mercante. What are you talking about? We just want to play video games is what it comes down to. And we don't want to have to just be forced into some weird setting where it doesn't make sense to have a black gay dude running around because we just want to play a video game without having to have everything be about black gay dudes. Is it that hard? Isn't that okay? It's okay to not want black gay video games. There will never be a shortage of hate for them to spread. The only way forward is full-throated denouncing of bad actors in the video game space. All right, well, she keeps going with this. She's nuts. And then there it goes. It's all Grumps' fault, of course. This is all happening because Mark Kern tagged me from behind a block, said I'm attacking all Japanese people when I don't mention them at all. Well, I mean, Alyssa, you're allegedly a writer, and you can read between the lines when Assassin's Creed is talking to Japanese gamers. You call them your racist response in a quote tweet. Obviously, you were talking to the Japanese, and you don't like it. You don't like what they stand for. You don't like their culture. You want it to be blackwashed and gay-washed like everything else. And Japan says no. No means no, Alyssa. And if you keep going, that's literally harassment. All right, leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure to check out The Hidden Emperor, real science fiction. Alyssa Mercante would love this if she'd check it out. Maybe I should replace my hot redhead with a black lady and she'd then buy it. What do you think? I don't know. That's down in the description below. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. We'll be back soon.